Share it with me!
I Want Your Sex is directed by Greg Araki, who also directed The Doom Generation and Nowhere. I don't remember which one I saw first, but I really enjoyed watching them when I saw them way back then. They both also starred James Duval, who's in Independence Day. That's a good looking movie. Doom Generation and Nowhere are really good looking movies too. Araki's work could widely vary in tone and aesthetic. I overall enjoy his work, but I really like when he fixates on his really quirky style. I figured just from the I Want Your Sex trailer, he'd lead more into that style, and he does. I'm pretty surprised and kind of proud of my neighborhood actually having this movie in theaters. Yeah, I'm in a small town in Austin, and Austin is Austin, but it's still a small town in Texas. My showing is pretty full too. That's pretty cool. What's also cool is if you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'm gonna stop doing shorts. I was never that into the super short form format, but I did them because they were easier to do. But now that I got used to editing and being more efficient at it, I don't really feel the need to do these short form videos. These review videos will still be short, but at least I don't have to worry about the 3-minute cutoff time. Also, I wrote this script some time ago, and before recording this, YouTube made changes to how views are counted. I started this channel like maybe a year ago, and I feel like I started at the worst time, so I appreciate you watching. Please tell your friends about me. This movie delivered exactly what I wanted. Nice use of color, fun characters, really down-to-earth dialogue. I love the use of animation. I'm a huge fan of mixed media. The music was really well done. I'm pretty sure Araki was my introduction to the music genre known as shoegaze. I probably heard it before his movies, but I'm pretty sure his movies what made me find out the name for the genre. By the way, I had to cut this in my Obsession review, but the music in that movie was really well done too. I'm so happy that movies are paying attention to music and sound design in their movies again. I feel like we've been missing that for a long time now. If you've seen movies with this sort of plot, you could probably figure out what each point of contention would be, but it's still fun, very entertaining. Olivia Wilde and Cooper Hoffman did a great job at selling this terrible dynamic the two characters are in. You see how situationships like this can happen. I had no clue that Cooper Hoffman was the son of Philip Seymour Hoffman. Rest in peace. After knowing that, it's obvious. Just like his dad, he's good. I'm a fan. The two characters I really enjoyed was Apple and Zap. God damn. Greg knew the exact amount of time to have Zap on screen. Any more would have been too much sugar for my boba. Apple has some very touching moments. It would feel a bit heavy and out of place compared to the other darker aspects of the movie, but it's so smooth and handled well. I think a lot of queer people can relate to what Apple is going through. Her emotions and outbursts may seem sudden. If you've been through what she's going through, you know it's not sudden at all. Those thoughts are always in your head. The skies aren't always blue, being LGBTQ. I'm always down for more kinky stuff represented in movies in an upfront and matter-of-fact manner. A lot of the stuff shown in this movie are pretty vanilla. I say that relatively, not comparatively, not combatively. I love when sex and explored in movies just so it could be in the general discussion more, for the sake of education at least. I feel like even in today's day, people are very sexually uneducated. This movie even talks about that. Olivia Wilde's character, Erica, is a conservative artist, and it's pretty funny because it goes down exactly how you think it would. Erica talks about sex in a mostly positive and progressive way. There are some problematic things she says and does, and she often contradicts herself, which I love. Messy characters make for a better story. Oh, I should mention there's a fair amount of nudity, and Olivia Wilde does have nude scenes. Do people get hyped for that sort of thing? I never really got it. I understand, but to be fair, I am super comfy with nudity, and I don't mind being naked at all, so I don't think much of it. I wish the general public was more relaxed about nudity and it wasn't super sexualized. One time, when I was maybe about in 10th grade, a girl came in with an almost sheer top. When she walked in class, I gave her a thumbs up and a head nod, and she smiled and nodded back. She looked super cute. Her fit was always on point. But anyway, because it was sheer-ish, the boys in the class started talking and giggling amongst themselves like little gremlins. The teacher noticed why the commotion started and sent the girl to the dean's office. I don't remember exactly what I said, but when she got escorted out, I turned to the boys and I was like, "Look what you did! You ruined it!" Yeah, I guess it's inappropriate for a high school girl to wear that in school, but at the same time, the reaction to her top is what caused her to get kicked out. If they were normal about it, I don't think the teacher would have noticed. I don't know. Maybe that was a terrible example. I'm sure there's a lesson in there somewhere. Life is messy. Maybe there aren't things to be learned in every moment. This movie made me recall another sex-positive movie, My Awkward Sexual Adventure. It came out in 2012? Doesn't feel like that at all. Actually, I don't even know what I was expecting. Time isn't real. In this movie, the main character goes on an awkward sexual adventure. It's mostly sex positive. I love how it shows sex as an amorphous thing. It's not some taboo. It's not something to take lightly, nor is it something to put on a pedestal. It's none of that. It could be anything to anyone, for good or bad. It's a good movie. I recommend watching it. So is I Want Your Sex. Highly recommend. I don't think it's one of Greg Araki's best movies, but it's very fun, and you'll be engaged throughout the watch, even if you know how these types of movies go. Explore. Be safe. Be responsible. Have fun.